dark-skinned people throughout the world started in the 1960s to kind of stir and say, maybe we should become a different people. Maybe we should not be so primitive. Maybe we should be problem solvers, because we usually know how to make a lot of problems. We don't know how to solve the problems that we make, or solve the problems that other people make for us.
Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
If it don't fit, then they must have quit. But you was snuck right on the camera in court. How were you up on the gram with the grass plus the cameraman? Zoom what you had done in court. You bang with the gang and you posted the modern rendition of your wanted poster. Your slang is deciphered, they know it. They follow your Instagram all that you wrote. Crime moving silent, you shit on the game. A wannabe star, what you showing it off, and you starting your city for fame. You'll get powerful game for these poets and authors. Harlem that's lost and all in between is a wannabe thug causing a scene. Gangsters is real moving silence, but you scream so now you might do 4 to 15. Homie did 10, now he's out of the pen. Age 35 on the fuck shit again. Young as they fronted and work. It's his only way comfortable to get it in. The devil will give you consignment. A front for your soul, what do you think assignment? Plus it's a comment to trap you. Got it from an undercover, now they have you back lacking that jack mac and no ass having your ass back in the streets, give you no cash back, and your girl bad and they ass back in the thug drive. You a bad passenger and sad as fuck all can be. You want the streets and they want you back, just another one among the wannabes.
Sheesh. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
All these shorties wanna be a thug. They wanna walk around strapped all day and try to peddle drugs. But them yams ain't never quick enough. So they always cook a plan to be the man and try to clip the plug. Yo, DeMarco, get big racks up on the phone. Tell him that we on the way and that we need a couple zones. Big Rack said it was cool. Shoot straight to the spot. Just creep up through the alley, cause the shit been kinda hot. We hit the spot. DeMarco pulled the strap. The motherfucking fans started running from the back. They said just hit the flow and took the money and the dope. This whole fucking time, Rack's been working with them folks.
Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost. Fucked around and now you stressing once the judge enters. I'll rise, look in the eyes of this public defender. Fuck, facing calendars, hella years. Turned around looking at your mom's face, full of tears. Cold streets got you riding on another mission. Felt at home in the trap till they clamped down the system. Eyes bulging out this socket once you bagging up, thinking of what's to come, cause that new package left the gummies numb. Adding digits on the calculator, hit it with that fork once it lock, call that the activator. Time passed, now you count stacks. Felt the addiction to the money pulling you in, that's when you got attached. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
You wanna rob, you wanna steal, huh? You wanna mask up, fill your glass up. You wanna kill, huh? You took them charges, you ain't squeal, huh? Your main nigga, he ain't 100 with you, he voted for a deal, huh? You wanna cook dope in a pot and let it lock and drop. You call your gun Duracell, it pop them copper tops. The dope game old, you scamming credit cards to shop. The cocaine sold, you gave them young boys the block. But it was too late, no crackers raided your place. They found Duracell in the brown Gucci suitcase. They opened up a new case, and now look at what you face. This is a charge you can't beat like Blueface, so you turn state.
Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost. Everybody wanna be a thug till they stand in front of the judge and them charges fit you like a glove. Everybody wanna be a boss till it's time to take a loss, and now you finally figured out the cost.
Nobody wanna be found stankin'. Everybody wanna get the mail. They want street cred for the crime, but don't nobody wanna go to jail. Go to jail. Go to jail. Go to jail.
It's getting serious on this track, fam. You did it, Millhouse.
Jiggy got that juice.
Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. 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 Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Pour it all up in the flicker, you know what? I'll smoke but ain't touching the liquor. Now go on and fuck with your nigga, they love it. Now calling me a public figure. You showing me how to get richer, I listen. Now growing my money up with ya. I home in on something, no growth and just nothing. Stay humble, I growing much bigger. Now I'm in it of these millions, prepare for my children and pose for the camera. Cameraman zooming, my family and movement go ape shit. My flow is bananas. The home of the flashing lights, having nights lit up like daytime New York and a stand up. I'm more than a rapper, adored by the fans and their family. No corner my standard. I fly to your city and country, get different money that comes in all colors. The gremlins you view it, I cameraman zoomed it and posted, you give it a thumbs up. Or hard cause you love it, I started from nothing, now caught in the zoom from your lenses. I'm smart and discussing with hard shit, I'm busting, not kicking doors you do not enter. Now check it, it's lights, camera, action, looking fly in new fashion. Few thousand phones are flashing, every mic that I'm grabbing. Have a night filled with passion. If you like it, you can have it through the sight. On the night, gone that perch and catch the magic. Yo, cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Now baby, your body is crazy, you about to get paid off that magazine cover. You went from the gram nearly naked, no more private show since you have been discovered. Or clubs you were stripping, becoming a victim of touches forbidden and creepy. Your man needs to solid and stay right there with you, now asking why you wanna leave me. I guess your head's bigger, your checkers, and figure that homie is no longer worth it. But he was the one that would fight off the creeps and protect you through all the absurdness. You're rich and you're famous, the flashes are brighter, your man is more whiter, you made it. Your ex, you ignore him, don't answer his calls because to you he's corny and basic. He's crying and hurting and sighing and yearning, but you do not care cause you get paid. Then through trying and searching, he dug up your passenger soul TMZ, your old sex tape. Him ramming and you, now the man is a new one, got loot while you're deep in a scandal. He cameraman zoomed it and cashed it on you in the future for being mishandled. Girl, your ass is mad stupid, but you flash your damn tooties. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Your new man you have is tiny, is his ass a damn eunuch? Just to see his puny thing, you got a cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman zoom it. Cameraman zoom it, cameraman look at me. The moral of this story is get your lights, camera, action on. But don't be jabroni and do your day ones dirty, or they might fuck your ass and make you humble. All right. Whoa. Nigga named Steve, right? Steve, what up, y'all? What's going on, people? Nobody in the chat room right now, but that's okay. What's going on? Tone Space with a show improve featuring the one, the only Brooklyn Damien up in the building. Be on the lookout for the Monarch program, an EP that we have coming real soon. You know what I'm saying? We go way back, like Maybachs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, he wanted to talk to y'all today. Very popular situation going on in the media. Some stuff in regard to the NFL and Jay-Z's acquisition of some stakes or shares or something in it. And
that's the ultimate. That's what ultimately is gonna basically move Jay-Z to, you know, to do anything, money. You know what I'm saying?
Frankville in the building. What up? Yeah.
You know
Go
what I
ahead.
mean? So that's what ultimately I thought that he's in it for. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you know, that's not basically what he's doing though. What he's doing is he's coming in the NFL Kaepernick's shadow or discussion and whatnot, and he's basically besmirching what Cap did. You know what I mean? And I didn't have a problem with it to begin with, but
Okay.
you know.
Well, why don't you take it like for those that may be under a rock? I admit I'm kind of under a rock with any and everything related to Jay-Z. I'm just not a fan. I tune out when I hear Jay-Z.
Right.
So, you know, just take it like as far back from the beginning so we can understand what it is that Kaepernick did, that Jay-Z went against or fronted on and all that. You know what I mean?
To start with, basically years ago, back when I followed the NFL, I don't watch the NFL anymore.
Right.
And it's less about Cap and it's more about what Cap ended up representing. You know what I mean? I feel like Kaepernick just fell into the situation. I don't think that he wanted the attention.
You're talking about when he took a knee and knelt and went in protests to the NFL on some like racism or something that they're involved in like that, right?
Right. He wasn't protesting the NFL or the flag or anything. All he was doing was kneeling to bring light to police misconduct. That's all. At first he sat down on the bench and a guy asked him, like, you know, why are you sitting on the bench?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so people had a problem with him sitting on the bench. He spoke to a Army vet, or I should say a service vet. I don't know if he was Army, Marines, or whatever, to be as accurate as possible. But the person said he suggested that Cap kneel instead of just sitting it out like my man Marshawn Lynch, who just sits out. He always sat out.
Yeah.
And like nobody said boo-hoo about it.
But other homeboy was like, nah, just kneel. That's that new fly shit. Anybody sit down, take a knee.
You should take a knee. And, you know, it'll still be respectful towards these people who represent the flag and all of that. You know what I mean?
Well, I got a question to you in regard to him taking a knee, going back to that situation. Now, this isn't my opinion, but this is an interesting perspective that I've heard from many an activist, many in the pro-black community, if you will, and everything. Some people are saying, like, yo, by him taking a knee, isn't that symbolic for him, like, kneeling? Isn't that a submissive thing to do, taking a knee in itself?
Yeah,
like how do you feel about that in regard to him kneeling, seeming like a submissive type of behavior?
Yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, he could be on both knees, he could be laying on the ground on his stomach, whatever. Me personally, what I would do, I would stand there with my fist in the air. You know what I mean? That's what I would do.
Why kneel when you could stand up?
He could do what he wants. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I would do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And to me, it's not about Cap. You know what I mean? Like, because Kaepernick's situation was, I was a Jets fan. I ain't a Jets fan no more. I don't go and see no games. I don't spend money with the NFL because I feel like they don't want me to spend their money.
Right.
My money with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I used to do the fantasy football and bet on it, all of that.
Right. And just to put things in order, like timeline and all that, you're not rocking with the NFL due to how they reacted and the stuff that happened after Kaepernick took a knee.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what exactly followed after Kaepernick took a knee that the NFL, their behavior after that, which got you not rocking with them anymore?
Yeah, basically it's a bunch of players, not just Kaepernick, that's affected by this. You know what I mean? Eric Reed was one of the top safeties. Put it like this, Kaepernick, let's take it to Kaepernick. Let's just talk about Kaepernick for a second before I get into the Antonio Cromarties who were blackballed. You know what I mean? The Eric Reeds had to wait forever to be called by the Carolina Panthers. They need players. You know what I mean? They need players. They need quarterbacks. So these guys are calling up people who haven't been in football for 4 years, 3-4 years and whatnot. Instead of giving Cap a shot, Kaepernick is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the category that matters. Touchdown to turnover ratios. He's top 5 forever. He's one of the top 5 that ever did it. You know what I mean? Touchdown to ratio. And that's what counts. Giving the ball away or scoring a touchdown. You know what I mean? Right. So you can't tell me that 30 teams, you know what I mean, don't need somebody who's in the top 5, who's in the prime of their career still. Still, right now, he could come to a team and do something. You know what I mean? So I feel like what happened was Colin Kaepernick wasn't happy at the time. He had the former Jets coach, Eric Mangini, and like the team was trash. They had a decent defense, offense was garbage. Kaepernick was carrying them, and like he was basically the scapegoat, but he didn't even do bad the last year that he was there fully. You know what I mean? So they tried to trade him to Denver, and Denver asked for money back. Kaepernick said no, and that's
okay. So Kaepernick's yearly salary when he got traded, he was going to get less of a salary, and so they were asking like, "Yo, we're going to reduce your salary." In other words, this is what you currently get yearly, minus what we're willing to pay. You have to give that up. And Kaepernick was like, "Nah." Right.
It was a cap situation. Like they couldn't pay him when he was getting paid there, but they could have took the money from somewhere else. But that's regular business right there. I just feel like if he was with the Broncos, which was a winning situation, that he probably wouldn't have kneeled. He probably wouldn't have wanted to rock the boat like that. Before he kneeled, before the season, in that preseason for this season, he wore some socks, and it was pigs depicted as cops on the socks. So people skipped by that. You know what I mean? So people asked about it. The reporters asked, what about those socks? Later on when he was sitting down during the what do you call it? The national anthem and whatnot. Right. And then it went on from there. You know
All right. So let me help follow along. So that whole trading team situation that happened before he did the kneeling?
No, that happened during the season.
During the season.
Right.
Okay, so you're saying that Kaepernick might not have knelt or kneeled, whatever the right way you say it is, if what again?
Yeah, if he got traded from San Francisco to the Broncos, I feel like it's no way that he would have rocked the boat when he was on the way to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like he has,
so because the Broncos went to the Super Bowl, so he would have.
No, it's not that they went to the Super Bowl, but they could have gone with him.
But the team he was on was the team he was on wasn't nowhere near the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were straight trash.
So do you think? So you saying that Kaepernick, part of the reason why he felt the liberty to be able to kneel was that he was in a not kind of a lackluster position in his career and team, so he's like, whatever.
Less about whatever. It was less about the luxury and more about I don't really care about shit right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't care.
All right, so
I'm just gonna do me.
Right. So then he kneeled.
Right.
And then after him kneeling, that's when the team traded him. Tried to trade him
to
another.
They pulled a slick move. Pulled a slick move. Eric Mangini, the former Jets coach, the boy wonder, the genius. He offered Cap. He said, "You got another year on your contract. We can dub that. We can get rid of that year, so you can be free. You could go out, and do your thing." He did that. I don't know, mid season, like after Game 6 or Game 7, and Cap fell for it. You know what I mean? If he didn't fall for that, he would have still been on the team the next year, or they would have had to cut him and eat that money. You know what I mean? So he fell for that, and he hasn't seen a job since. You know what I mean? He has a countdown. Kaepernick. Yeah, Mangini hasn't seen a job since either, as far as I know, because I haven't been seeing. But he got fired because he wasn't shit as a coach. You know what I mean? He ain't do shit for the Jets. He ain't do shit for the Niners except for get rid of Cap.
All right, so a little history. Kaepernick does the kneel. Right. He was already in a lackluster position as far as teams go. Right. Post the kneel, they tried to trade him off somewhere. He wasn't having it, so then he was a free agent, and since then he has not been on any team at all.
Right.
That's about right.
Like he can't even get a tryout. Like the Seahawks brought him in just to save face.
Okay, so now, because remember, all right, so what did Jay-Z have to do with any of this NFL thing? Catch us up with that. Did he buy a team? What exactly did Jay-Z do in relation to the NFL?
He went to the NFL and negotiated to be the director of entertainment for them.
Okay.
And with that, he also said that he's going to help them with their situation as far as dealing with us.
Okay.
Basically. You know what I mean? Dealing with
the racial tension,
our issues.
Right.
And my problem was that's fine. I don't care. That's cool with me. But people have questions. So they had a conference, press conference, and It's him and the commissioner sitting there and they're answering questions
Right.
regarding this. And these are simple questions and they're logical questions. The reporter asked him, "How did you handle the protest? Would you kneel?" And
They asked Jay-Z this.
Right.
Okay.
They asked Jay-Z this, and he was like, "We're beyond kneeling."
Okay.
And Kaepernick actually responded to that days later through Twitter,
Okay.
where he said, "We're not beyond anything." And he
Okay.
gave a shout out to the players that are still doing their thing. I guess people are still protesting in the NFL. I wouldn't know.
Right.
'Cause I pay no
You don't watch
attention
it
to
anymore,
it.
yeah.
Zero. You know what I mean? So, I guess they're still going. And shout to those brothers. I stand with y'all guys. You know what I mean? Like, Cap was like, these guys are still receiving death threats.
Wow, yeah.
For, standing up against police misconduct, brutality, killing, the whole shebang. Just today, the officer that killed the brother in Staten Island, he finally got fired.
Yeah, I saw something. I saw a headline. I didn't get to
Right.
look at the story yet.
The
Right.
commissioner finally kowtowed
Wow,
to the
yeah.
public because we don't want this guy policing us.
Right.
We don't want to.
And isn't this shortly off the heels of them being charged with the crime?
Right,
Then
right.
a
He's
decision
not
just
going to
came
jail.
down, and then shortly after that, he finally fired him.
Right.
Right.
Finally fired him. He was getting paid this whole time.
The whole
You know what I
time,
mean?
yeah.
6-digit salary.
He'll probably get a retirement and everything.
Definitely. You know what I mean? And he probably just go upstate or he'll
Right.
go to New Hampshire and he'll become a cop there.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. That's how it all happens. A cop just got paid leave for pistol whipping somebody. You know what I mean? Like, this is what Cap was standing for. This
Right.
is what
Absolutely.
Cap kneeled for, and that's what Cap represents right now. So however it came to Cap representing this is what Cap represents to me. And the NFL saying, no, we ain't dealing with this guy, means that you don't want my money. You don't care about what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Meaning your money as a fan, as a supporter of the
Right.
NFL.
Right.
As a
As
black
a
man
brown-
that's a supporter
Right, as
of the
a brown
NFL.
person,
Right.
a melanated person, they don't care about you. They care about the NASCAR crowd. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So let them have it. Let them have it, just like hockey and baseball.
fair to me.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right,
Yeah.
so just to preface, put everything in perspective. All right, so Jay-Z is signing a deal where he's the head of some entertainment thing for the NFL,
Right.
and also whatever the title is, he's also going to be taking care of or responsible for black affairs,
Right.
meaning
Black
on a
affairs,
social level, things of that caliber, right? So they
Yeah.
have a meeting. They ask him about kneeling. Would you kneel?
Right.
He gives a slick ass answer like, "Oh well, we're beyond kneeling."
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Little, a nice political answer, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
we beyond that. Yeah.
Right. And days later, Kaepernick responds
Right.
on Twitter,
Which I
"We're
like
not
that.
beyond
Yeah, we ain't
anything."
buying. These
Okay.
guys are still getting death threats. They're
Right.
holding down the legacy. They're still visible, even
Right.
though I'm not. People are waiting for Cap to say something, but he doesn't have the same
Right.
platform.
All right. So check
what I
it.
mean?
All right. So that happened, right? And then what else you were saying? You were saying that Jay-Z lied about something.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
get into that.
And that's-
now that we have everything like in the timeline.
Right. That's where I got the problem with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been stories upon stories upon stories, years upon years, about how he takes care of his business.
Right.
In his manner. I respected it on some street shit, But the reporter asked him a simple question.
Right.
Look, all of this is going on. Did you speak to Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Like, if I ask you, did you speak to Joe Blow? You
Right.
can say
Yes or no?
yes or no.
Yeah.
I spoke to Joe Blow about what we're asking, what we're discussing right here, right now.
Right.
Jay-Z said we had a discussion. That's a slick way for him to come back and say, "Oh, I didn't say we discussed this, or I didn't say I didn't." Jay-Z doesn't have to ask Kaepernick for permission. He's not Kaepernick's child.
Right,
He's not
right.
his husband or wife or whatever. Like, he's not beholden to Kaepernick. So he could have said,
We had a
"Oh,
discussion."
I didn't speak to him about this, no.
Right.
But I've spoken to the brother, and if he wants to get down on this, he can get down on this, which he said.
Right.
He said, that's for Cap to decide if he wants to come and deal with this. I'm not Cap's boss. He could have kept it in that same vein, but he said we had a discussion. Very next day, Cap.
So that was like a vague answer, basically. You're saying. Hey, reporter,
It's
did you
not-
speak to
that's not vague
Kaepernick?
to me. It's misleading to me. That's
Misleading,
what,
okay.
Yeah, very ambiguous.
All right, because
You know what
I'm
saying?
assuming that the context of the question was obvious. That the context of the
Right,
question
it's obvious,
was, did you speak to Kaepernick
About this.
in regard to what he had
Yeah.
to say on Twitter, in
Yeah.
regard to what you had to say about the kneeling thing and saying we're beyond kneeling? The context of the conversation.
This is all the same conversation. This is all the same press conference where they asked
Oh,
him,
okay.
"Did you kneel or would you kneel?" And then they asked him, that was
Okay,
the
so this
last
is
question I
before
heard.
Kaepernick
Right, that was
replies
before
on
Kaepernick
Twitter,
respond, right.
because this is the thing that Kaepernick
Yeah, he
replied
responded
to on
to that,
Twitter.
right.
So the very same
Right.
meeting where they asked him about kneeling,
Right.
Jay-Z said, "Well, we're beyond kneeling,"
Right.
and then they asked him, "Did you speak to Kaepernick in relation to this type of situation?"
Right.
And he said, "We had a
Right.
discussion."
We had a discussion.
But in actuality, he
Right.
had no discussion with
Probably spoke
Kaepernick,
to Kaepernick
about this.
last year about how his mom's doing. You know what I mean? Something
Right.
like that. Like, what did you eat today? That type of thing. He had a discussion about Kaepernick's sneakers. Like, yo, those are some cool sneakers. And Kaepernick's like, oh man, thank you. You have some cool sneakers too.
I don't know, but I mean, if they're
You know what
not, let's say they're not personal friends, which for all I
Well,
know
that's
they
fine.
very well can be,
Yeah,
but
that's
not.
cool.
Check out where I'm going. If they're not personal friends, then if they were to have a conversation, wouldn't it be to assume that that conversation would have something to do with what they're known for, to the highlighted thing? And Kaepernick is known for kneeling. Kaepernick is known for police brutality, speaking against that in the NFL. So if Jay-Z were to speak to him, whatever, I would think he wouldn't talk about his sneakers or anything. He probably would speak to him of the topic at hand.
Not necessarily, but he could have been speaking about anything. Like I'm saying,
Right.
Like he could have been speaking about the weather.
Because
But
you said Kaepernick replied to Jay-Z, is that right?
Kaepernick responded, but
Okay.
he didn't respond to Jay-Z. He responded and said that we're not beyond anything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the people can take it at how they want to take it. He didn't say, "Hey Jay-Z, we're not beyond anything." He just said, "We're not beyond anything." You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so he didn't.
He didn't address
he-
Jay-Z.
Okay, so
No.
he did not deny that Jay and him had a conversation.
They could have talked about anything. But
Right.
his lady said that the next day
All right.
after the press conference, this is a lie. He
Okay.
didn't speak to
Kaepernick's lady.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
what did
didn't-
she say specifically? As
He
best
didn't speak to
as you know?
Jay-Z. I mean, he didn't speak to Kaepernick before this deal happened. This deal's been going on since last year. You know what I mean? So
He didn't speak to him before
before
this
this deal started formulating, and this deal started last year. It started
Okay.
being negotiated last year because Jermaine Dupri was the person that they approached before to be the coon.
Okay,
to
so
be the face. The black face.
Right? Wouldn't that mean that most likely their discussion had something to do with this deal, since he spoke to
doubt
him
it.
about the
Like,
deal
they sleep
after
together.
it started?
They sleep together. So if anything, I would think that she would know. And then,
But no, I'm just trying to make sense of
I'm-
what you're saying. And this is why I like doing this, because I don't know anything about this
Yeah.
shit. I tune out when I hear Jay-Z, so it's like I'm learning at the same time. You know what I mean? All right, so you said let's take everything one by one. You said that Kaepernick's wife, right,
His lady, yeah.
or his lady, his
Yeah.
woman, said that when Jay-Z and Kaepernick spoke.
Nah, she said Kaepernick and Jay-Z didn't have a conversation about this.
Okay, so she specifically said the conversation that they had
No,
was not about
she said
this.
They didn't have a conversation about this. She did not say, "Oh, they spoke, but they didn't speak about this." She said they did not have a conversation about this. She did not
Okay,
say that.
because you
they
said
had a
something about the
conversation,
timeline
period.
about
Right.
that whenever they had a conversation,
No.
if they did, that it happened after
It
the
happened-
timeline of this
It happened
negotiation.
before the timeline of this negotiation.
Okay,
That's
so if
what
they,
I'm saying.
all right,
If
see,
they spoke,
all right, so if
before
they,
this.
okay, now you know why? Now it makes sense what you're saying, because when you first said it, you said that they didn't speak until this, which would mean to me that sometime during the process of this thing they're trying to negotiate with Jay-Z is the timeline that they spoke. But no, what you meant is that if they did speak, it was before this current entertainment thing that Jay-Z is heading, right? If they spoke.
Yeah, and I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
now it makes
what-
sense. Yeah,
what
yeah.
Jay is saying, that they had a conversation is probably, a little 5-minute conversation. I respect what you're doing.
Right,
That
right.
type of thing. Like, I appreciate your respect.
Okay,
that type
so-
of thing. Like, they didn't discuss no strategies.
Right,
and shit
right.
Like that.
Okay, so to
Sure.
put everything in simple terms, basically, Jay-Z was at this conference and they were talking about this negotiation, this deal that they're doing and everything, and they asked Jay-Z if he spoke to Kaepernick. The context of the question meant like in lieu of what we got going on right now, right? And Jay-Z's reply was, "We had a discussion.
We had a conversation."
Even though during the time of this whole situation they trying to work out, they have never spoken to each other.
They hadn't spoken.
Okay, and that's what Kaepernick's wife told the
that's
people.
That's what this lady was saying.
The day after Kaepernick replied, the day after Kaepernick replied on Twitter.
No, Kaepernick replied today. She replied the day after Jay-Z and the commissioners' conference. Okay. Kaepernick is very measured.
Right.
He's not just responding. You know what I mean? He's not reacting. He thought about it and thought what he's gonna say. He saw his brother Eric stand up and say, "No, you know, Jay-Z ain't really feeling what you're doing. You really trampling on, you know." And Jay-Z didn't respond to that. You know, that's not really Jay-Z's style to respond to people. And, you know, the air for everybody to see. You know what I mean? He's a behind the scenes type of guy.
Very much so. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, so he can try to hide his hands and shit. You know what I mean? When he pulls some bullshit. But this is definitely some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of everything else, just the lie that just turned me off to him. So I'm not fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay, so this is kind of like a breaking news in the story. Kaepernick's Twitter reply, because you're saying this day, the 19th of August, is when Kaepernick got on Twitter and said that what he said, we ain't kneeling. We're not beyond anything. We're not beyond anything.
Okay, my brothers, and he named some names, which the brother that's playing for the Carolina Panthers right now, he was one of them, and it was a couple of other players, and he was like, these guys are receiving death threats still because of how they feel and how they're representing right now. You know what I mean? Stuff that this brother's just got shot in the back by cops for running. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. This guy just got pistol whipped by a cop, and that cop's on leave. We know he's not going to get arrested. We know that he's not going to get charged, and if he did get charged, we know he's not going to jail. Right. You know what I mean? We all know that. You know what I mean? So the people that's protesting and all that, it's like, you know, it's gonna keep on going, because you have people like Jay-Z that comes and say, "Oh no, we beyond this, we beyond that," and we didn't get nowhere. So how we get beyond something?
Now let me ask you this: either at that meeting or since that meeting, has anyone asked Jay-Z to expand beyond his what he said, his answer?
The world is waiting.
Yeah. Has he spoken at all since then? Jay-Z himself, not publicly. Okay.
No. You know, he gets paid to speak.
So there is an outcry of people that want him to go into more detail. Like, what do you mean that we're beyond kneeling? What do you mean by that? Can you go on a little into further detail about that, or what you mean?
And then today, here comes the incentive for Jay-Z to sell to deal with the NFL. Oh, he's going to get a percentage of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going to invest.
Jay-Z is
right. Okay. He's going to invest $200 million to get a piece of the Pittsburgh Steelers legacy. Hopefully it's not for his sake. It's not like the piece that he got for the Nets when he bamboozled Brooklyn to, you know, give up their homes so that they could build that rusty ass Nets stadium on Atlantic Avenue, and then, you know, he got a percentage of 1%.
A percentage of 1%.
A percentage of 1%.
Okay.
Ownership.
So that's a lot of money still for him, yeah.
Oh well, yeah, you know, it's pennies on the dollar, you know. But yeah, he doesn't
have a slick move.
He doesn't have it today.
Right.
He doesn't own anything of the Nets.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay.
No, that was an okie doke. That was how they paid him. You know what I mean? So
so they did a slick move on him.
Yeah. No, he was there.
He did a slick move.
He's in the shit.
Had the Nets just uprooting out of their home, that was turf and everything, come to the middle of Brooklyn. That's a high traffic area, if y'all don't know. That Atlantic Avenue area, you know what I'm saying? That joint is like, How many y'all, I bet there's mad car accidents that doesn't happen when people trying to go to that that venue.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Big facts, word.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's probably, you know, some more bamboozling going on down the line.
In this situation probably as well.
Yeah, you know, that's what he's into. You know what I mean? And then on top of it, the cake on top of it, the cake on top of the cake, here comes Funkmaster Flex saying, "Yo, JD, I just got off the phone with Jermaine Dupri, and he said that Jay-Z said last year, you shouldn't deal with the NFL." And this was most likely when
Jay-Z talking to JD, telling Jermaine Dupri that he should not deal with the NFL.
He shouldn't deal with the NFL.
Okay, 1 year ago from today.
Not a year ago today, just last year.
Well, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
roughly, sometime last year. Okay.
He told JD that might not be a good idea. You know what I'm
Ah.
saying? Maybe he was saving him from backlash. Like you can't take. I don't know.
Do you know if that was in relation to this very same deal that he just
He was
signed up
probably
for?
negotiating at the
Right.
time. He probably was.
Like, don't mess with that. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
he's got his hands all dug into that himself,
On some
potentially.
snake shit.
On some snake shit.
And I
possibly.
still wouldn't be mad
Right,
if
right.
he didn't. If you just tell the truth,
Mhm.
like you know what I mean. Like you know, if you move in a certain way, move that certain way. You
And
know what I mean?
Funkmaster Flex blew up his spot today or something?
It was somebody else that said it before Flex, but Flex basically
Flex confirmed that.
he confirmed it. Yeah.
Okay.
You know
And
what
was
I mean?
Flex also was Flex saying it in that type of context, as if to try to say that Jay-Z pulled a slick move, bust what he did,
Right.
what he told Jermaine Dupri about a year ago.
Right. He inferred that. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
He inferred that it was a slick,
Interesting.
some slicks to shit. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And this message has been brought to you by the red.
And the green.
And the green, you know what I
With
mean?
the key.
See, you know what I'm saying?
Word,
if the people that watch this, if y'all still stand with Cap, if y'all stand for what Cap is still standing for, you know what I mean? Not stood for, he's still standing for it, and there's still people representing that. Y'all could go to the Fiverr.com. I still stand with Cap. Each letter, each word has a dash in between. I
Right.
still stand with Cap. Each individual word, dash in between. And you can get a coffee mug, a sticker, a magnet for your refrigerator, a t-shirt, hoodie, leggings, socks. It's all there. You know what I mean? So if y'all still...
That's the thing that you had cooked up.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Let's go to it, man. Let's show him what you're talking about.
Check that out.
Hold up.
If you still standing for what Cap is standing for, you know
I'm
what I
going
mean?
to show you right now what he talking about. Fiverr.
You
All right,
need
hold
to
up.
be. You know what I mean? Like, if you have any type of compassion, you know?
Look at him putting a guilt trip on your ass.
Like, if you...
better buy your ass a coffee mug if you know what I mean? If you compassionate.
you getting shot by the cops, too. You know what I mean? And he ain't doing it just for black people. You know what I mean? It's police misconduct against white people,
Word.
too. There's more white people in this country than black people. And they get shot,
Yeah,
too.
that lady's
Everybody
gonna get you
gets
some
shot.
Kaepernick leggings out this.
Yeah, man, get the whole set.
Word.
Get your shirt, get your leggings and your socks, all of that. You know what I mean? Drink your little tea, your little coffee in the coffee mug. All of that's there for you. You know what I mean?
All right, we go to the site so we can show them.
Yeah, show the
officially
world
what you talking about.
Show the world how you feel. You know what I mean?
All right, what is it? Fiverr.com, right?
Yeah.
2 R's, I think.
Yep.
Fiverr.
No.
Nah?
It's Teespring.
2 V's.
We on Teespring.
Oh, it's on Teespring.
Yeah, my fault,
okay,
yo.
my bad. Yeah, Teespring.com, not Fiverr. All
My
right.
fault, yo. Teespring.com and backslash. You want to go straight to it. Backslash. Backslash.
Which is
I
this
still
back?
stand.
What is this backslash? Okay, this one, right?
No,
that's forward.
That's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I dash still dash stand.
You put one.
Oh, my bad. All right, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a link in the description.
Yeah.
I'll even throw it in the chat as well, because we don't have people pressing a bunch of keys, hitting dashes after everything. I still
Dash.
stand dash with Kaepernick, or
dash
stand
K-A-P.
dash with KAP with Cap.
Yeah.
Okay, let me throw that link in the chat, and I'll also have it in the description after this video is done. All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, that shit's
It
fly.
says, no cap, I'm cool.
No Cap, I'm cool.
Hashtag
Dope.
I still stand with Cap. You know what I mean?
That
With the
shit
red,
is
the
fly.
black, and the green.
All right, hold up. Let me
You know?
get the chat room up real quick.
Yeah, man. We gonna rock them this summer, man. For real.
Okay, so we got the t-shirts popping
Yeah,
off.
man.
Let me get this chat room open so I can throw it up in there. Shout out to everybody. Rio James up in the building. What up? What up? Bomb. Teespring.com.
I love it. I love it.
Hopefully somebody said Hova Crit. Who said that?
Facts. The whole
Low key, no doubt. Prankville says Gay Z. Shout out to Tupac. That was his term for him. Alright. I got you, big homie. And I'm knowing 100% I'm gonna bounce. Yo, Mike, be good, fam. I'm gonna holler at you. Alright, so here goes the thing. So if you still stand with Cap, then get yourself. They got caps? Can you get a cap?
Nah, they
don't got caps?
Yeah.
They ain't gonna have a cap.
Word.
That makes the most sense.
Yep.
We gonna work on the caps. Because that's just like flush into how things should be. But right now we got let me make sure this on the screen. We got the shirts though popping off. Look at that. Is that whole thing showing? Then if I do that, I can't do that. Yeah, y'all see it. Yeah, they can see it when I do that. All right, so it says no cap, I'm cool.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag I still stand with Cap.
I'm not spending any money on them.
It's a dope ass slogan. No cap, I'm cool. I still stand with Cap.
Facts.
So this is, you know, if you're not rocking with the NFL because of the bull they on,
facts,
then you already know what it is.
And it doesn't matter if he just fell into it. Like, he's in it. You know
they got the tote bags. You get yourself. Remember them PBS tote bags? I don't know. Was that a New York thing or was that PBS all over the world?
Yeah,
remember PBS was always like, "Oh, donate, we'll give you a tote bag."
Everywhere.
But now that we on the subject, if anybody like donate, you can donate to the cause that I got here. I got the album, $10. You can donate to that. You know what I'm saying? Where my little where my martini glass at? I got a martini glass that really puts everything in a good perspective. Where that shit at? Damn. Yeah, because when you donate my martini glass. Yeah, well, hold up. Are you? Yeah, it's right there. Here we go. Martini glass. I steep Spumante out this motherfucker. Look at the martini glass. But you know what happens when you donate? Where is it? Test widgets. Every time you donate, this happens. Look. I think. Look at it. Oh, make my ice roll. Make my ice roll. You know what I mean? Shout out to LA. He says, make my dice roll. He got a dice joint. I got the martini glass. Make my ice roll. Little remix of his little phrase right there.
I like at the time one to y'all brothers, that mafia. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yo, y'all doing God's work, man. Y'all doing your thing. I appreciate y'all making great music.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And like, fuck the haters, you know, off top. But yeah, man, how you gonna hate on black men, you know, coming together? You know what I mean? Some of which was at odds with each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? Squash that shit. Like, squash that shit, man. Squash that hate out your motherfucking blood. And maybe, you know what I mean, if you good enough, you can get down with the mafia, man. Shit. You know?
That's
man,
right.
Stand for something, y'all. Stand for something. Stop the bullshit and stop the hate. You know what I mean? Word. And it ain't a black thing. It's everybody thing, man.
Got the phone
I'm just
covers.
black. You know what I mean? I'm so-called black. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So-called. That's what they want to call me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, technically a shade of brown.
Word.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah, I like the fact that we get to talk about it.
One. Yeah.
Because, you know, some fuck shit happened.
Word.
It is what it is, you know what I mean?
What's this? This a poster or something? What's that one supposed to be?
I think that's a sticker there.
Oh, that's a sticker. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a sticker. Got the tank top.
Tank tops probably got the ladies joints, I'm sure too.
Yeah.
Weather about to get cold soon.
Yeah,
got the hoodies popping off.
Regular
no cap, I'm
sweatshirts,
cool. I stand with
all
cap.
that,
All right, so I'm gonna put the link down there.
Yeah, man.
Different prices. You know the hoodies are $39.
Yeah.
Classic tee, little 26.
Yeah.
And did you say some of the proceeds go to something when you were talking about it?
Yeah, we're going to have to actually do that ourselves because they changed the policy with Teespring. So, you know, we're going to give it to like...
Oh, we got different colors.
Oh,
yeah,
the red, the black, and the green is represented.
Yes, we got the red, the black, and the green.
Facts.
Dope.
Different shades of green, you know what I mean?
Different greens.
Yeah, man.
Red, black, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the white tee if you want the white joint, whatever. The mugs, everything. Boom. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man. Like, show your support. Like, really support the people and don't just talk about that bullshit.
Yeah.
Support the people, you know what I mean?
I like it. Well, yes, Damien, I'd like to thank you for schooling me on a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew about the cap taking the knee and everything, but anything regarding Jay-Z, I usually just tune out.
Yeah, me too now.
You know what I mean?
I ain't going to know what happened.
But prior to all this, you've been like, you say you're a fan, Brooklyn and all that. If y'all don't know, his name Brooklyn Damien for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the BK. You know what I mean? I'm from Harlem, so. But even if I were from Brooklyn, I probably still wouldn't fuck with Jay-Z. I just don't like the pretentious shit. I don't know. Like I acknowledge he's a great lyricist. He has a great memory to be able to memorize his songs without having to write it. So his creative process is dope. I even say he has a great voice. You know what I mean? And, you know, a swagger and all that. All that shit is cool, but just something about his vibe is off to me. And part of it is that super pretentious shit that he's always been on over the years. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a mixing pot of a few different things, but like I was a Jay-Z fan up to like maybe volume 3 of The Lifetime joint?
Yeah, the Annie shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And maybe the Blueprint, I rock with that a little something.
Yeah,
But-
that was classic music.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? I could do without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga canceled, bro.
Word.
Fuck him.
Alright. So yeah, you know what I mean? Thank you for coming out, everybody. I guess anything else you want to close out with and say or whatever?
Man, spread love, y'all.
The Brooklyn way. Word. The worldwide way. Alright, y'all. So we're gonna catch y'all later. Expect Brooklyn Damien to be on more things here and there as we chop it up about this, that, and the third. You know what it is. Alright, good people. Peace.